Growing up in a small town, I never really cared much for work. My father owned a small business and worked tirelessly to provide for our family, but me, I was different. I preferred spending my time playing with friends, exploring, and enjoying the freedom of childhood. Little did I know, my carefree attitude disappointed my father. He wanted me to understand the value of hard work, something I didn't yet appreciate. So one day, my father called me over, holding an old, worn t-shirt in his hands. "Son," he asked, "how much do you think this t-shirt is worth?" I glanced at it and, without much thought, replied, "Probably just $1. He nodded and then said, "All right then, I want you to take this t-shirt and sell it for $2. Go to the market and see if you can make it happen." I was confused. How could I sell something so ordinary? But I was determined to give it a try. I took the t-shirt to the market, talking to people for hours until I finally sold it for $2. The excitement I felt as I raced back home to show my father was electric. "Father, Father," I shouted, "I did it. I sold the t-shirt for $2. Smiled, proud of my small achievement. But that wasn't the end. My father handed me another old t-shirt and said, "Now, I want you to sell this one for $20. I was shocked. $20 for an old t-shirt? That seems impossible. But something in me had changed. Instead of doubting myself, I began thinking creatively. I remembered a friend who printed cartoon images on t-shirts, so I went to him and had a popular cartoon character added to the shirt. Armed with this newly designed t-shirt, I headed to a park where wealthy children often played. It didn't take long for one of the kids to fall in love with the design, convincing his parents to buy it for $20. When I made the sale, I felt unstoppable. I rushed home again, my heart racing. "Father, look, I sold the t-shirt for $20. His eyes lit up with pride, but he had one more challenge for me. This time, he gave me a t-shirt and said, "I want you to sell this for $200. My mind raced. How could I possibly sell a t-shirt for $200? But I could see the belief in my father's eyes, and that gave me confidence, so I knew I could do this. While brainstorming ideas, I heard that a famous Hollywood actress was in town for a movie premiere. I didn't waste a second. I went to the event, pushing through the crowd to reach her. It was tough, and I got jostled around a lot, but I didn't give up. When I finally got close enough, I asked her, "Could you please sign this t-shirt for me?" To my surprise, she smiled at my sincerity and signed it. With her autograph in hand, I went to the busiest marketplace I could find, calling out, "An exclusive autographed t-shirt by a famous Hollywood actress, just $200. A crowd quickly formed, and before I knew it, people were bidding on the t-shirt. It ended up selling for an unbelievable $2,000. I could barely contain my excitement as I ran home. "Father, Father," shouted, bursting through the door. I sold it for $2,000. My father's eyes filled with tears of pride. He looked at me smiling and asked, "What have you learned from this, my son?" I took a deep breath, realizing how much I had grown. "Father," I said, "I've learned that if we have the willpower to do something, the ways will start to open for us." He nodded, pleased with my answer. "You're right, my son. Just like you made those old t-shirts more valuable, you can increase your own value in life. Always work hard, be creative, and believe in yourself. Never underestimate your abilities." That lesson has stayed with me ever since. It taught me that with determination, creativity, and belief in myself, nothing is truly impossible. Every challenge is an opportunity to grow, and every step forward brings us closer to success. In life, it often feels like the road ahead is filled with challenges, but the truth is, where there's a will, there's always a way. Obstacles will cross our path, but instead of letting them hold us back, we can use them to push ourselves forward, just like the son in the story, who was given tasks that seemed impossible. We can choose how to approach our challenges. He didn't give up when things got tough. Instead, he thought outside the box, stayed determined, and transformed something as simple as an old t-shirt into something of great value. What this story tells us is powerful. No matter how small or insignificant we might feel at times, we have the ability to change our situation. Through effort, creativity, and self-belief, we can reshape our lives. Just like how the sun set the price for his t-shirts, we set the value for our own lives. If we doubt our abilities, we limit our own potential. But if we recognize our worth, believe in ourselves, and refuse to back down, we can achieve things beyond what we once thought possible. The message here is clear: don't quit before giving it your all. Even if failure seems to happen again and again, every attempt you make brings you closer to success. Think of Thomas Edison, who faced countless failures while inventing the light bulb. When asked about them, he didn't see them as defeats. He simply said, "I have not failed. I've just found 1,000 ways that won't work." He knew that each failure was just another step towards success. So, if you want to reach new heights or accomplish big goals, start by valuing yourself, believe in your potential, and don't be afraid to face obstacles head-on. It's through resilience, perseverance, and creativity that we truly grow, and ultimately that's how we achieve greatness. Next Change Your Tomorrow would like to share another story that I know. Story 1. The Farmer and the Tree. Once there was a farmer who owned a barren piece of land. No matter how hard he worked, nothing seemed to grow. Determined not to give up, the farmer came up with an idea. He decided to plant a tree that bore no fruit but could provide shade to passers-by. People laughed at him for wasting his time on a useless tree, but the farmer believed in his idea. Over time, the tree grew tall, its branches wide, offering cool shade. Travelers stopped to rest under it, and eventually the farmer's land became known as a peaceful resting spot. He built a small stall nearby, selling snacks and refreshments. The farmer's hard work, creativity, and belief in his vision transformed what was once a barren land into a thriving business. Hard work combined with creativity and self-belief can turn any situation into a success. Story 2. The Painter's Gift. A young painter named Leo was passionate about art, but he struggled to sell his paintings. Each time he displayed his work, people would walk by without paying attention. His friends advised him to give up, but Leo believed in his abilities. So one day, he decided to paint something different. He created a beautiful piece inspired by the struggles he faced in life. The painting, filled with emotion and creativity, was unlike anything he had done before. At the next art fair, a gallery owner noticed Leo's work and offered to showcase it in an upcoming exhibition. Soon, Leo's art was in high demand, and his career took off. All it took was hard work, creativity, and faith in his own talents to turn things around. Moral: believe in your unique abilities and don't be afraid to think outside the box. Your efforts will eventually be recognized. Story 3. The Young Inventor. Selena was a young girl who loved building things, but she didn't have access to expensive tools or materials. One day, the school announced a competition for the best invention, but Lena felt nervous because she didn't have the resources to compete with the others. Determined to try, she searched for scrap materials around her home and built a small robot using recycled parts. Although it didn't look fancy, the robot was creative and worked well. On the day of the competition, while other students presented shiny, expensive inventions, Lena's small robot captured everyone's attention. Because of its innovation, she won first prize, proving that creativity and hard work mattered more than resources. Moral: don't let limitations stop you. With creativity and belief in yourself, you can achieve great things. Story 4. The Old Shoe Cobbler. There was once an old cobbler named Sam who ran a small shoe repair shop. He loved his work, even though people no longer valued handmade shoes as much as they once did. His son often asked him to retire and give up the shop, but Sam refused. He believed that his craft was still valuable. One day, a young fashion designer came into the shop with a challenge. She needed custom shoes for a big show, but only had a small budget. Sam worked tirelessly, using his creative skills to design unique, stylish shoes from leftover materials. The designer loved them, and after the show, Sam's craftsmanship was praised by many. Soon, people from all over came to him for his unique, custom designs. Hard work, creativity, and belief in your craft can revive even the most forgotten talents. Story 5. The Baker's Big Dream. Ella loved baking and had always dreamed of opening her own bakery, but she was unsure of her abilities. Everyone around her said it was too risky and that she should settle for a safer job. But Ella believed in her talent. She started small, baking cakes and pastries from home and delivering them to friends. Word spread about how delicious her creations were. Soon she was receiving orders from strangers. With hard work, creativity, and determination, she saved up enough money to open her own bakery. It became the most popular bakery in town, known for its unique flavors and heartwarming atmosphere. Never underestimate your abilities. With hard work and belief in yourself, your dreams can become reality. Our journey through these motivational stories ends here for today. If these stories have touched you or sparked something within, we'd love to hear your thoughts. Don't forget to leave a comment and subscribe to the channel so we can keep inspiring each other on this incredible journey of growth and self-belief.